Hey guys, I got some updates on my wiring. So I've got the wiring all finished up the way I would like. Getting ready to put the fairings and the plastics and the nose and all that good stuff back on. I'm pretty particular on how I like to wire things. You know, I like things wired a certain way, certain load on each line. I like my phone. Usually, I like my phone to be powered all the time, but I learned my lesson on the other bike. That's not always a good idea. So I did put I'll show you everything in a moment, but I'm just going to go over everything. I did put an accessory phone charger underneath the dash because I don't want wires sticking out of the charging ports on the dash. I'll use those as backups. Have my GPS, auxiliary lights. You guys already seen the video on the heated grips. So I'll just dig into her. It's a mess. Well, not really a mess, but if anybody's wired in one of these Garmin's, especially the 590, the 595 series, they give you like 5 foot of audio cable, USB cable, data ports, and you could either do the mod and cut all that off of a $60 harness, or you could just find a place to hide it. I was going to cut it off. Luckily, I found a place to hide it, so it's kind of neat on these where you can put that. Just to give you guys some ideas. So here we go. I'll get into it. The dash. Show you what I got going on. Got my big old Garmin up here. I'll show you the mount here in a second on that. I do have my Thermobob temperature gauge. Right there in the middle I have my TPMS, Steelmate TPMS. There is a bezel that can go on that. I've decided if I'm going to put the bezel on or not, but I can do that later. There's my Trailtech tack. As some of you seen the other picture, there is my $6 Amazon accessory light switch, which I don't know if some of you guys seen the pictures. You know, that looks pretty stock. In the back you got screws, 3 screws. That whole little plug panel there comes out. You can cut out for the switch. Put her in like that. There's a little rubber seal that goes in there. It's supposed to be waterproof. $6 Amazon. If it's waterproof, it is. If not, we'll find out in due time. All you guys seen my other video. I got the heated grips on there with the Oxfords. Go check out my other video to see all that working. And here is the jumbled mess. Oh, sorry. One more thing. I did wire in. I have my phone charger on my mount here. I always like my phone on my left bar or right bar. Spit it out today. Just ran that wire down the loom. And it all comes out here behind the headlight. So as you guys seen in my other video, here is your power port accessory lead. Down here is your auxiliary light power lead. There's nothing different between those. Once you have the relay and the fuse in, those are supplied by the same fuse in the fuse box, the same relay underneath the dash here. Nothing different in those two. You can use either one for whatever you want. Lights, GPS, phone, whatever. And if you watched my other video, you also know that there's one underneath the tank that is for the OEM heated grips, and that is what I tapped into for my Oxford heated grips. So I don't like to put any more than 2 things off any one accessory. So starting with the auxiliary light accessory, the 2 things I have off of it will be my auxiliary lights, which I have this cord hanging here right now. Don't have auxiliary lights yet. I do plan on adding them. That cord has a quick connect unplug underneath the dash here. I will unplug that, tape it off until I get those lights. And I wired in my GPS to those leads. And literally all I did was took this stock connector that is on these. This is the plug for it, but there's another end laying around here somewhere. My shop is a mess right now. Just took it, cut it off as closely as I could, and I put bullet connectors with heat shrink on it. Nothing fancy, nothing outrageously expensive. It works. It's just as watertight as anything. And then There's two powerful lines coming off of this. One goes into my GPS harness, the other goes up into my auxiliary light switch, and then out from my auxiliary light switch goes down to this cord you've seen hanging here. It's all fished into this mess. This auxiliary power port is the one that goes to the dash, USB, and 12-volt power port. I tapped into my phone charger, which is right here. Another little Amazon special. It came with a SAE plug for tenders on it. I just cut it off. I have another use for this, so I left a little bit of wiring on that. And I just zip tied it all in here. Patch it into that. You can kind of follow the wires. Like I said, bit of a jumbled mess. It is organized chaos, trust me. Nothing's pinched, nothing's bound. Everything is fused. The reason I have this loop in here is because I do need to add a fuse to my auxiliary lights. I will be doing that as soon as I'm done with this video. So that is just a 3 amp Amazon special. You can kind of read what it says there. There's my USB, kind of snakes it over to the neck of the bike and then up the bars to my charger, or to my phone mount with the charger. Here is that GPS wiring harness mess I spoke of. This is not a power, this is a USB. This is for data, so you could update your maps or whatever. And you can see this. I mean, this is Garmin's idea, not mine. But what I did, took the headlight off, and there's this little, I don't know what you call it, almost hose reel type bracket. Just wrapped. I think I have like 5 wraps on there. Zip tie, zip tie, zip tie, zip tie, zip tie, zip tie. And kind of tucked it back, snugged it up to the wiring harness here, and it's out of the way. The nose piece goes on. I've already test fitted it, and everything is, you know, still kind of loose, still got some movement, nothing's pinched, no rubbing, I hope. Everything's fused, something does rub, wears through. We'll find out real quick. So that is it. Oh, my TPMS is also patched into, I don't remember which one. Very little draw on that TPMS, so I did use that as a third one on, I do believe, this one. So I'll show you on the dash a little bit of everything working. Of course, to turn it on, TPMS lights up. If you haven't seen the video for that, I think I made a video for that. That flashes back and forth between front tire, rear tire. Also shows bike voltage. Also shows temperature of tires. It's a nice little unit, 50 bucks, Amazon. Yes, I know I'm out of gas. I purposely did that so I could take the tank off. And then you see my GPS light up as well. There's no lights on my auxiliary light switch. Decided against a lighted switch. They do make lighted switches. I didn't want something in my face. But just to show you it works. I hung a bulb off here. On. Off. I don't know if I can get it all in there. But pretty simple. Heated grips comes on with the key as well. And I'll get a little back here and you'll see. I'll throw this bulb up here. Once I turn this switch off, everything shuts down. Heated grips down. My Garmin lost power. It's shutting down in 10 seconds. TPMS shuts off. The Trail Tech gauges, they stay on all the time. They're battery operated, so they will not shut off. I don't know how long battery lasts. And you've seen the bulb shut off to the auxiliary light. Go shut that off. And I do believe that's it. Once I get the, I want to get all the fairings put back on today, get the nose piece put back on, and I can start mounting my T-Rex stuff There it is. Got upper lower engine guards, skid plate. I've already got the center stand hiding here. There it is. Got those in the mail the other day. And once I get those mounted, I will decide what I'm going to do for auxiliary lights. Since I do not have the Adventure model, I'm putting the auxiliary lights on the engine guards and go from there. I also have my 3D Cycle Parts windshield risers. Got them on the windshield. Get those all mounted up here in a little bit as well. My shop is a mess. Got heaters running. It was 0 degrees today. You guys seen my cold start video I posted earlier. Oh, and the GPS mount. That is a Moto Pump. Focus, damn you. Moto Pump's GPS mount. It's on their website. That thing is built aluminum. It is solid. Solid, solid. I love that. Stupid simple design. My Garmin pops right off there. One button. She's gone. There's a weather cover I can put on that to protect the pins. Have the same one on over there on the other bike, so I can swap those back and forth. But, alright, that's it. I got work to do. Got the shop heated up. I turned the heater off for this video. I'm going to get these fairings back on and get the shop cleaned up before I start bolting on the T-Rex stuff. As promised, wanted to give you all an update. There's the update. And looking forward to some more. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep watching. Subscribe. Tell your friends. Thanks. Bye.